Dashan, a scientist, came to the company of Dahai, a coal mine owner. He had learned that during the coal mining process, an ancient ruin had been accidentally discovered. After Dashan took out a stack of money, he expressed his desire to enter the ruin for research. Seeing this, the coal mine owner Dahai immediately agreed. So Dashan selected Dashwan, who was experienced, and several other people to set off together. Soon, the group arrived underground. Dashan immediately took out a machine to measure and indeed found a fracture zone. After some discussion among them, they decided to use explosive bombs to destroy it. Xiao Shui pressed the switch and blasted out a passage. Everyone followed the ropes and reached the bottom of the ground. They discovered that the characters carved on the stone wall said that there was a terrifying monster here and that they should never let it wake up again. After measuring, Dashan learned that on the other side of the wall was the tomb. Then the group installed bombs and immediately blew it open. Unexpectedly, just as Dashan had said, there was a coffin inside. At this time, Xiao Shui noticed that there was a keyhole on the coffin, which matched the item they had just picked up. So Dashan took it out and inserted it. Then he and his companions opened the coffin lid. To their surprise, there were countless jewels inside. Seeing this, everyone quickly collected the treasures on the coffin. At this moment, Xiao Shui felt that taking these things would bring a curse from the deceased. When the others saw this, they immediately drove him out. Just as two of them were discussing how to divide the spoils, unexpectedly, the next second, the skeleton monster behind them slowly stood up. By the time they realized it, it was already too late. At this moment, the monster was madly chasing them, and everyone could only flee in a hurry. But by then, they had already lost their way. Dashan decided to return to the tomb again because in ancient times, when people came here to offer sacrifices, there would be a path leading to the outside world. After hearing this, everyone agreed and followed Dashan back. When Xiao Shui led Dashan to find the tomb again, Dashan directly pulled the mechanism and locked the others outside the door. Because Dashan, who was obsessed with the monster, wanted to witness it with his own eyes. Dashan was not afraid at all when he saw such a terrifying scene. Instead, he walked towards the monster step by step. Dashan thought the monster was the legendary god and couldn't help but hug it. Little did he know that his death was already inevitable. The next second, as the monster retracted its bone claws, Dashan died on the spot. Xiao Shui was so frightened by the scene that he quickly ran away. But to his horror, he found that the stone door had been firmly locked. Xiao Shui fell into despair and could only keep shouting for help. Fortunately, he was discovered and rescued by his companions. Xiao Shui let out a sigh of relief. He thought he was safe at this time, but unexpectedly, the deep voice of the monster appeared again. Everyone was frightened again and quickly turned off the lights, hiding in the darkness. However, an accident still happened. The monster caught up in an instant and immediately killed a miner. Seeing this, Dashwan quickly told everyone to run for their lives. Fortunately, they finally managed to avoid the monster's pursuit. But by then, only Xiao Shui and Dashwan were left. Fortunately, they successfully found the passage, but at this time, the monster also caught up. The two of them could only install explosives again. As Dashwan pressed the switch, the skeleton monster was buried underground forever, and everyone finally lived a peaceful life.